Mark, what are some of the trends in advertising that you're seeing at the moment that you're most excited about?
Actually, I should, I guess, talk about AI, but let's skip that for a moment. And rather talk about what I see that most advertising platforms, they're now investing into performance and branding. Almost all of them have started with performance, but now we see a lot of investments into content, which leads to then branding campaigns, awareness. And if you think about Uber, right, we have started our Uber delivery business where we have strong advertising products for merchants, restaurants, and the like. And now we've invested also in mobility ads, which is pretty cool, which allows our advertisers to engage with our audiences while they're in the car. Maybe they're on the airport on the way to this nice hotel here, right? And we have plenty of time to engage with the audiences. And that's what we're seeing is kind of the coming together of performance campaigns as well as advertising branding campaigns. And that's I'm seeing not only at Uber advertising, but across our industry.
You mentioned AI. Let's talk about that. Where do you see the opportunities and the challenges there?
I think for me, AI, there are a few areas, one of which is creatives, right? If we think about it, in the past, we've had so rich profiles about what users like to do, what they're going to, what they're interacting with, and yet we still show them the same creatives. And I do think that AI will allow us to mass and customize the creatives, which means that in the future, I hope that advertising becomes much more relevant for us as individuals, as they, again, tailor to our needs. And I do hope that's a big benefit going forward as we talk about advertising.
Well, there's so much talk about personalization in advertising. What are your views about that?
I mean, that's all what it's about, right? It's really about making sure that advertising is actually considered as relevant information for a consumer, right? Think about the Uber advertising platform, right? If you're on Uber Eats, if you are hungry, right? We hope that we can enable advertisers to basically nudge our eaters to find the right dinner choices for the night. Or let's say you are in an Uber, right, on the way to the airport, right? It's relevant information if you know that what you can get at the airport on your way out from a conference like today, right? So it's really about this idea of how can we actually bring fewer advertisements in front of consumers, but they need to be more highly relevant to them. And that's all about personalization. It's about the usage of audience data. And it's also creating a feedback loop with measurement. And so everything needs to become much more personalized, much more individualized. And then I do think that advertising becomes much powerful for all of us, advertisers as well as the consumers.
Mark, thank you so much.
Thank you.